Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of The Word. We are back at it again. We'd just like to welcome everyone else who is new to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so that you can be notified on every new video that we are releasing. And please do leave a comment in the comment section, and do share and subscribe to the channel. And so today we are chopping it up with a quite different topic. We are going to be talking about developing healthy relationships. I hope you guys are ready. Stay tuned and please don't go anywhere. So we're going to be talking about developing healthy relationships. So I'm just going to share it in sort of like a tip manner. I'm just going to share some tips on creating healthy relationships out there, and the thing is also, relationships are so important in each and every person's life. I mean, you cannot succeed at whatever you want to do alone. You need relationships, you need friends, you need connections. So relationships are quite very important, and most of the times many people don't succeed at whatever it is that they had planned because they do not have relationships. You know, like a wise saying that goes to say that, you know, a wise man builds bridges while a foolish man burns bridges. So on that note, we're gonna be starting with relationship building tip number 1. So like I said before, it is crucial and it is very important that you build relationships, because you do not know tomorrow in what situation you find yourself or what need you find yourself, and you don't know who is going to come to your aid. So that's why it's very critical and it's very important for each and every person to have a relationship. So tip number 1 is accept and celebrate differences. Now, I think everyone knows and everyone will agree with me on tip number 1: accept and celebrate differences. Number 1 is that we are different. People are different. We are not the same. We don't respond the same to situations. We don't do the same things in situations. And we should understand that. You have to understand that your friend will not be thinking as you. Your friend will not think like you, or you know, your wife or your husband will not think like you. We are different, and as we are different, we have to accept the differences. If somebody doesn't do something like you, do accept that difference, that person just like doing things differently, and accept it, and then celebrate that difference, because we are not homogeneous. We don't have the same walking. We don't think alike. We don't act alike. We act differently. You know, someone can scream because they put their hand on hot fire, or you know, on an oven or so on, but another person might not even scream. You know, they might just take away their hand from this hot oven or fire, or whatever the case may be. And this shows how different people are. So please don't go out there with a mindset or mentality that says that everyone should be the same, everyone should think the same, everyone should do things the way you do, because that's not how it works. So tip number 1 is accept the differences and celebrate them. We are different. God has made us different, so it is a good thing, because that's also one of the ways that shows how different we are. I mean, if you look at it this way, is that, you know, your fingerprint, there is no other person that has this fingerprint on this whole earth. No one has this fingerprint. It's only me, and it's only you that has that specific fingerprint. So this is how God made us. We do look alike somewhat, but even twins don't share the same DNA. That's how different we are. We may look alike, because all of us have two arms and two sets of eyes and so on. But the thing is, we are different in many ways. So tip number one is accept and celebrate differences. Tip number two, listen effectively. In any relationship, it doesn't matter whether it's a work relationship, church relationship, business relationship, listening is very, very crucial. You cannot be in a relationship and you don't listen. Now that's the problem, and that's the mistake that many people do. Many people do hear, but they do not listen. And listening is quite a very critical skill that one needs to have. So I can be hearing someone saying something to me, but because I am not listening to them, I can miss a lot of information. I can miss a lot of important things that person has been trying to communicate to me, and I may act differently while I was supposed to act in another manner. And that's why listening is very, very important in a relationship. Let's say whether it is husband and wife, whether it is just two friends, whether it is tutor partners, or whatever the case may be, if you lack listening, you are going to spoil the cake every time. So listening is critical. Even if you have a great idea, the fact that your friend or your brother wants to say something, wants to communicate something to you, please do keep quiet and do listen to what the person is saying. So tip number two is listen effectively. Tip number three is give people your time. Now, a lot of times, if you I like making marriage as an example, because it quite is very important in marriage. Giving time is something that looks like it's not that important and it's not that critical, but it's very important to give people your time. When you give people your time, you get the opportunity to hear that person. You get the opportunity to sit down and just listen to that person, and you get the opportunity to understand this person and to see how this person does things or how they would like to do things. You get to know this person better and more in depth than just knowing the person from afar. So when you give people your time, they also get to know you. They also get to see what you don't like and what you like and so on. Because whether it is 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours, it doesn't matter how much time it is, that time spent there will allow the both of you to just take an extra feet or extra step into each other's life, which means you will get to know this person just a little bit better than the day before. Understand? So give people your time. Don't say you have a friendship relationship or whatever the case may be, even family relationship, but you never make time for these people. If you don't make time for these people, it's like you just know a name, but you don't know the character of that name. You can't really tell who is this person in depth because you don't make time for that person. I mean, even if you are born again or not born again, it is still critical. It's still important. The reason I know my wife better is because I make time for my wife, just to get to know her better, just to get to hear her views on specific things. So if you want to build a positive relationship with someone, you have got to make time for that person, and you have got to listen to what that person says. You have got to really pay attention. You have to focus. You have to give your 100% to that person and just understand, this person in person. So tip number 3 is give people your time. Tip number 4 is develop your communication skills. Now this is very, 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 very critical. develop your communication skills. Sometimes we just speak, but we don't communicate. Now, communication is very, very critical in any type of relationship, any sort of relationship. Communication plays a very big role. So, what happens is this: if you do not have a communication skill, you will not know how to say what you want to say to the next person. You will not know how to bring out your feeling, your emotion, or your idea, or what you think about something to this person. And because of that, that person will also not understand what exactly you want to bring across to them. So communication occurs when someone understands you, and not just when you speak. So you see, when you communicate, somebody needs to understand exactly what you want to say. They should not just see you speak but don't understand what you want to say. And this can cause a lot of problems in relationships, whether it's a family relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a business, or whatever the relationship may be. Because, as business partners, I can tell my partner that no, I don't think we should buy this product because this product will not give us much money. But if my partner don't understand what I'm trying to say, we are still stuck at point A. So communication skills are very important, and one should always develop communication skills. When you speak to someone about something, they should understand. They should not get up and leave with a question mark on their head, or they should not say yes and then they totally don't understand what you're saying. Just imagine, for example, imagine you send someone to the shop and then you tell them, go to the shop and go buy me a green bag of sweets, right? And then this person gets up and goes to the shop and comes to the shop, and now they are thinking, because they did not understand what you're saying, now they are looking for sweets that has to do something that has to do with green, sweets that has to do something with green. And then the person thinks, now, did he say I should buy sweets that are green, or did he say I should buy a green bag of sweets, or did he say I should buy sweets that are wrapped in green papers? Do you see what I'm saying? So because the person did not understand what you were communicating to them, they are now in limbo, because now they are guessing, they are thinking, did he say this or did he say that? And many times that happens to me. My wife would send me to the grocery shop and I would say yes, yes, yes. When I come to the grocery shop, I come and realize that I quite didn't understand what she says. So what happens? I will be dialing my wife and asking her again, did you say this or did you say that? But I was there when she communicated. The problem was I did not understand. Now, many times people don't understand what the next person is trying to carry across. So, but then the next person would say yes, but they didn't get it. They didn't understand what the person was saying. So that's why it's important for us to develop our communication skills. You have to develop it because it's a skill that you need to develop. That is communication skill number 4. And number 5 is get to know the person yourself. Most of the times, or many times, people make the mistake of judging someone or assuming something about someone based on what they heard about this person, and they never make time to get to know the person. Now that is the biggest mistake you can ever do. Now look, if you can carefully just think about it, at some point in your life there was some time when people said negative things about you. Okay, now Imagine your friends that today are your friends took a personal step to get to know you themselves than what other people say about you. Now, the funny thing is this: if you judge someone based on what you heard, how sure are you the information that you heard is 100% correct? Let's say, for example, people say you are a criminal, and people say you were involved in some sort of crimes and so on and so on. And then someone comes to you and tries to find out, are you a criminal? Just for them to find out that you were never even in jail, you don't even have a criminal record. Now, the person will be wondering and dumbfounded and be thinking, but how did these people bring about these accusations, right? How did they just come up and say this person is this when this person is absolutely not that? So the thing is, you need to know people yourself. You cannot in a relationship run with it based on what brother A and sister B said. You have to go and experience this person. You have to go and see this person. You have to make time for this person before you can agree or disagree with what is said. Now, many people make the mistake and they lose good relationships, they lose good friends, good business partners, because they never made time and went to the person and go and experience the person themselves, but they rather listen to what other people say, and this thing ruined many relationships. So the tip number 5, which is the last tip, is I'm advising you, even if you hear the most bogus rumors or the most whatever rumor that you heard from whoever you heard about that person, I will advise you, go to the person, make time for the person, and get to know the person so that you can make your own judgments. Some people today, their businesses failed, their whatever ventures they wanted to do failed because somebody misjudged somebody and they just took that person's word and then they went with it, and later on they come and realize that whatever they heard about that person was actually a lie. And now it's too late because you messed up your relationship or your chance of having a relationship with that person. Now that person will be looking at you with eyes or with a mind that is wondering that if you could believe something that you don't even know, how much more can I trust you? And that is where trust is hindered. So the advice is, don't assume things about people. Don't think you know people. Get to know them. Make time for them so that you understand. By the time you speak about someone, you should speak from actual facts. You should speak from things that you know and not what you heard about. I imagine we all heard a lot of things about a lot of people, but when we made time and got close to these people, we come and realize that actually everything that you heard about this person is a lie. It was just made up, whatever reason it was made up for, but it was just made up. And then you come and realize that no, this person is actually a good person, and these people were saying this person is like this. So you don't want to make that mistake to assume somebody or to think you know better than somebody. There's a story about a rich man that dressed up as a poor fella, and this rich man was just living in an ordinary location, and people said he was some sort of a wizard or witch and so on, and many people stayed away from this rich man. So one young man decided he's gonna make time and just go and visit this man, and people told him a lot of things about this man. So this young man decided, now I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. So this young man went and spent time with this rich man, and he just came and found out that this guy was actually a very rich, wealthy man. and that he just wanted to see the reaction of people when he doesn't have the cars and all the flashy, the nice things. And then this rich man befriended this young man, and this young man benefited from this rich man. Their friendship grew, and the relationship grew so well that people later were saying, it's because of you. You told me this man was this, and I believed you. So some people ended up regretting that, why did I listen to this person concerning that man? Now I've missed my opportunity to be affiliated to someone who's a business person and so on. Well, the moral of the story is this: please, before you pass judgment, before you say yes, it's true, go and find out yourself. Don't wait for another person's report. It is better if you yourself went and find out that it's true what people are saying. This person is really bad. It's better because you were there yourself. So I hope somebody learned something and somebody grabbed something. It's just that it's critical times that we are living in, and it's important that we have healthy relationships, so that tomorrow things happen and this happen, you at least know who to rely on and who you can call in times of trouble. So healthy relationships are so important in our lifestyles, whether we are Christians, whether we are business people. As I said, please maintain that healthy relationship. Don't judge people, don't judge the book by its cover. Get to read the book and then judge the book by what you have read in the book. I hope somebody learned something or picked up something out of that healthy relationship tips that we have shared. Be blessed and be strong. Please do leave comments in the comment section about what you think about the topic, if it's true or not, or if we should go deeper concerning relationships, because I know many people who have lost good relationships because of what he and she was saying concerning somebody else. So there is also a way to restore your relationships that you have lost. And if you want to get to know about that, drop your comments in the comment section and we can chop it up. So please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button so that you can be notified. I hope you are blessed. Stay blessed in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.